Hi everyone, welcome back to Join Us in the Kitchen. My name is Misty and I'm also known on here as Mom. I have a family of 4 and it's very busy around here, and one thing I like to do is make just a few meals in advance. So today I'm going to show you our most popular thing, at least in our house, and that is the Make Ahead taco meat. We do tacos every Tuesday unless it's on a holiday. Then we'll kind of have Taco Tuesday on a Wednesday or something like that. So the first thing you want to do is get a lot of ground beef. I actually go to Aldi and buy this family pack of ground beef and cook the entire thing. I'm going to be using my Ninja Foodi today. If you do not have one of these, that's okay. You can make it on the stove. The first thing we want to do is open up our taco meat. Where are my scissors? Oh. My knives are on the table. Now the type of beef that I'm using today is a 73% lean, 27% fat. I will say the leaner the meat, the better, because it won't shrink up as much, but this is the best bargain that I could come across. Now that this is open, we're going to take the lid off of our pressure cooker. And we are just going to break off chunks of this and place it in. All right, now that that's done, I'm going to go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Now the family packs at Aldi range in size, but most of them are anywhere between 5 and 6 pounds. So we've got 5 pounds, 49 ounces in here today. Now we're going to take some beef broth. And we are going to add a cup of broth. This is just enough to add moisture so you can actually pressure cook ground beef. Okay. And this is my mix and chop. You can get these from Pampered Chef. There's also going to be a link below for one you can get from Amazon. We are just going to mash this up. Now we're going to put the lid on. Okay, lock it. Make sure you close it, seal the top. And we are going to pressure cook this on high for 5 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm going to take this and wash this off because you don't want to mix the raw beef with the cooked beef. And I will see you in about 5 minutes. If you do not have a Foodi at home or a pressure cooker, you can do this on the stove. You may want to do it with smaller amounts of meat, or you can have a really large skillet or Dutch oven and you can cook all the ground beef in there. You just want to make sure that you brown all the beef and add a little bit of broth to get that process going. Then when your meat has been browned, you're going to drain it like we're about to do with what's inside here. It's been 5 minutes. We're now ready to do a quick release on this. Let the pressure out. Then we're going to take it out, drain it, put it back in here, and go from there. If you're doing this on the stove, this is a time where you want to remove the meat from the skillet, drain out all the fats, and then put the meat back in the skillet. All right, let's go. This is going to be very hot, so you want to use oven mitts. You can break up the meat a little bit more with your mix and chop before you drain it if you want to. That way large clumps won't fall out. But we're just going to use a mesh strainer on top and then strain it through. You can see this is what it looks like. We're ready for the second part. All the meat. Okay, before you put this back in, make sure you wipe off any excess oils that may have dripped down the side or fats. Now, we're gonna chop this up. Okay, now that we have this all chopped up, we're gonna add some water. You wanna add about 2/3 cups of water per pound of ground beef. All right, that should do it. Now you remember the taco seasoning video that I did earlier? Now we're ready to use it. Now, if you would rather do this the easy way with going to the store, grabbing a pack of taco seasoning, tearing it open, dumping it in, that's completely fine too. And if you're using the skillet, at this point you would have all the meat back in the skillet, read the back of the package and add the water, add the seasoning, or use the homemade seasoning that we made together. With the homemade seasoning, you want to do 2 tablespoons per pound of ground beef. Now we have a lot of ground beef in here, so we're going to actually use 1/2 cup of seasoning. It smells so good already. And we're going to mix this in. I'm going to give you a quick look to see what it looks like before we put the lid back on and pressure cook this for a little bit longer. And now we're ready to put the lid back on. Make sure that you lock it into place. Switch it back to seal. And we are going to pressure this on high for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to clean up a little bit and I will see you once this is ready. If you're doing this on the stove, you want to bring the mixture of the meat and the water and the seasoning to a boil, and then you want to turn it down to a simmer, and you want to let it simmer for about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Kind of keep stirring it around to incorporate all the seasoning. Then you turn it off and you're going to let it cool. Our ground beef is finished. I did a quick release. Now we're going to open it up. Take this out. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. It smells incredible. I'm going to move this out of the way and give it one more good go around with the mix and chop. As you can see, there's a lot of steam coming off of this. It is very hot. So we are going to let this sit at room temperature to cool down before we bag it. All right, so I will come back as soon as this cools down and I'll show you what we do next. Our taco meat has cooled down to room temperature. You want to give it another really good stir. Okay. Now, you want to get the quart size zipper bags. I have labeled ours with Taco Tuesday. And we are going to put these inside these fun little bag holders. If you are interested in any of these items that we use and you would like to purchase them, you can get them on Amazon. And we have our affiliate links below in the description. Alright, so we have 4 of these, and because it is Tuesday, we are having some of these tacos tonight. Now, we're going to get our scale. And I'm setting it to ounces. I'm going to set this on top, zero it out. Okay, the way we divide this up is you want to have about 1 ounce of taco meat per taco. We have a family of 4, so we put about 12 ounces in each bag. On to the next. We're going to seal these up. You want to get as much air out of it as you can. You also want to freeze these flat. It'll make more room in your freezer. Now, I will say I'm not a big fan of the new Ziploc bags because they have that squared out bottom. It makes it very difficult to do this, but we'll make it work. Now, if you have the room in your freezer, the best thing to do is put these on a small cookie sheet so they'll freeze completely flat. If you don't have enough room, then try to kind of put some pizza boxes and things down and set these on top, but make sure they are not warm when you put them in there. I have a small cookie sheet that's big enough for bags to sit side by side. You can stack them. I still have more, but because we're going to be eating tacos tonight, I want to get a bowl out and make sure I have enough taco meat in that bowl before I finish putting some in bags. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Taco Tuesday nights done. It was that easy. So all I have to do is freeze this, and then once it's frozen flat, I can stack them inside my freezer for future use. Now let me explain to you what you want to do after you have frozen everything. To thaw it, you want to get one of the bags out, and you can either put it in your refrigerator overnight, or you could just take the frozen taco meat, dump it in a skillet, put about a tablespoon of water in there, and heat it up in the skillet. It's that easy. So the next thing we need to do for our Taco Tuesday is heat up tacos. We are going to be using the Old El Paso crunchy shells and the Taco Bell hot shells. We have a cookie sheet, and then we have these neat little taco warmers. So the only downside to these tacos is that when you buy them, at least a few of them in the package are crunched up and falling apart. So be careful with that. Yep, and most of these are broken. And we will save these broken ones for later. We'll do a taco salad with them. We're going to place these in the oven, heat them up, and get our toppings ready. We don't like to put a ton of stuff on our tacos, but we do like the basics of shredded lettuce, Mexican cheese blend, and tomatoes. We're going to use this tray and divide everything up. First, we'll start with our tomato. Our favorite is the Roma tomato. I'm cleaning out the seeds, and then we're just going to dice the tomato. We're gonna get this cleaned up, and then we'll add the cheese and lettuce. Now we're gonna add our shredded lettuce. Now you can get a head of iceberg lettuce and shred it yourself, but we like the really fine shreds, so we just go ahead and buy it pre-shredded. And now for our cheese. And that's our tray. Now my husband absolutely loves taco sauces. So last Christmas, we got this little caddy for him. It spins around. And we actually do have a lot of sauces. So we load this up. and put it on our table. If you watched the video that we did at the farmer's market, we got 2 new sauces. We have a hot garlic and a hot tropic from the Nashville hot sauce booth. Okay. And if you watched our homemade sour cream video, this is our sour cream. We're going to, it's not all gonna fit. We'll just figure it this way. And we're gonna set this up on the table. Our tacos are done. Thanks again for joining us in the kitchen. Please leave any comments below if you have questions. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when every video pops up. Thanks. Bye.